Hi, we're talking about the RBI's annual report. It's just come out today, and then the RBI annual report has a page number 48, which is completely talking about cryptocurrencies evolving challenges. So clearly, RBI has come up with clear guidelines of what they have understood about cryptocurrency. They made a report on that. There's some kind of understanding which is very well done. It's just a little bit too late. It could have been done about 4 or 5 years ago, but I think finally we have something. I guess it might have been in a pressure following, Japan and South Korea making Bitcoin legal. So, what do we have in their report? Let's just run through it. So, if you just want the link to the PDF document of their report, it's a few pages, like it's about 200 pages, I think. So, the link is below our other post of RBI's annual report. Just below that, there's a PDF link. You just click on it and get the whole thing downloaded. So, go through that on the page 45, 48, I'm sorry, and then you'll be able to see some details. So I have run through the details, and I don't want to like bore you with every detail that they've mentioned. I'll just pick on a few things that they might not be 100% right about. So it's just my view, and then let's talk about it. So to start with, in the paragraph one, they've mentioned something about the volatility of cryptocurrency, how it is not reliable and not an exchange or not a medium of a store of value and things like that. Maybe like couple of points might be right, but not necessarily. The volatility is always good. If you don't have the volatility, you will not understand the shaping of the cryptocurrency. So in a way, also volatility helps in trading. That's one of the main reasons Bitcoin is getting popular, is because it's getting traded a lot, and without volatility, nobody would trade. Also, volatility does not come into play if you are making any payments or settlements and value transfer, because once you do a value transfer, whatever that value that you peg it to, and then you move the crypto around, it moves instantly, so there is no value lost. Eventually, you will gain the same value back. It all depends on the user. If he wants to take the risk, he can actually, hold it in cryptocurrency and then take the volatility risk. But most of the times, if you're using it as a payment tool, you can just make a payment, and an exchange that is connected or linked to your system can immediately change to local currency, and you will actually not lose any value. So volatility is not all that bad, and the way that they have mentioned here is not necessarily completely understood by RBI. Also, in paragraph two, they're talking about its bubble, the Bitcoin being in a bubble. I guess what they're saying is right in terms of Bitcoin is in a bubble, but everything is in a bubble. Every thing that we use today in terms of financial tools, and all of them are in a bubble. It all depends on how quickly the bubble gets filled and how quickly it'll burst. So most of the bubbles that we have seen recently and in the past with the government's fake schemes or whatever that people have done otherwise globally, uh, everything is in a bubble of about 10 years or 15 years. So eventually, what does it do? In a way, if it's in a bubble, even everything bubbled systems crash. But it all depends on how long the bubble stays. In Bitcoin, the bubble is made to last for 130 years, and I don't think that that's a bad thing, because most of these bubbles that we see last only a year or two and maximum of 10 years. Even fiat currency bubbles that the countries have created have lasted like much less than a Bitcoin bubble. So if I may explain the bubble eventually is like a balloon, and you fill air in it. The quicker you fill air, the quicker it'll burst. So the slowly and steadily, if you fill air, it's not going to burst immediately. It's going to wait and hold on for like really long time, and then only then you can call it a bubble. But I guess that's just one of the ways of saying it, but not necessarily you can say that crypto is bad because it's a bubble. Everything is in a bubble. Crypto is in a better state than other tools. At least this bubble was going to last for really long, and then while it's lasting, it's going to really make sure that the public who uses cryptocurrency is going to be benefited. In terms of para 3, they're talking about something like hacking, and how crypto is volatile, and that it's risky in terms of operational and everything because of the hacking. But I guess most of the times when the hacking happens, and we all know that hacking gets happen only on an exchange. Private wallets, like how we can download many apps that's available for free wallets, none of them gets really hacked, and not even one wallet that you can download yourself and hold it has ever got hacked. It's only the exchanges. Because why do exchanges get hacked so easily? Is because they hold your private key, and then you give the whole, whole and sole responsibility of the cryptocurrency to the exchange, and it makes it easier for them to get hacked because everything is sitting in one place. Hackers know where to look for, and most of the time, it's my personal experience, and I think it's been happening. Most of the exchanges themselves create an issue like that, and then siphon funds. That's happening. There is no proof for that, but most of it is like that. It's really bad, actually. It's because of the people themselves. If you give your private keys ownership to the exchange is eventually going to take advantage of it. So that way, it's a little bit getting hacked, but you understand the details. I would have liked RBI to write a little bit more in depth about why and how, because they know eventually people are going to use it. So might as well suggest something which is better in terms of how they can secure their crypto. Fourth paragraph, I think they're talking about how internationally crypto got accepted. Japan and South Korea is one of the biggest users of cryptocurrency right now, like Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash. One of the reasons is because Japan and South Korea made it legal. So that means you can now legally hold cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, as an asset, and with your capital gains, of course, you can pay your taxes accordingly. You can use cryptocurrency for trading, and you can use cryptocurrency to make payments, settlements, and value transfer. That's one of the important things, which Indian government is not allowing you to do. It's only allowing you to trade and hold as an asset, because in both these you get tax, and they're happy to collect the tax on it. So that means they've made it legal except for payments and settlements and value transfer. Well, those are also 100% legal in Japan and South Korea. And Indian government or RBI has actually done some research to understand, yes, there has been these countries making it legal. So if you know that they have made it legal, we follow them for a lot of other reasons in technology and everything. Why don't we just follow them and take guidelines from them? How can they make it legal when you still think in Indian RBI still thinks we shouldn't talk about it? So those kind of points is very important to collect from an experienced country like Japan. What I think about their idea is like, oh, others are doing it, why should we? That shouldn't be one of those ways of thinking about it. So also there is in terms of payments and settlements and everything, and they are happy to for it to go ahead with these countries to do it, but not necessarily India. India doesn't want to use cryptocurrencies for people to use this as payments and settlements. It's actually very beneficial. What they have said it themselves. If you see paragraph 5 on that page, actually it goes to the next page, which is 49. It says payment settlements and value transfer are like significant economic benefits. They say it very clearly. RBI, kudos to you that at least you understand that it is a significant economic benefit. Means that economics of that particular country or economy of that particular country will definitely develop and go into the next level when the payments and settlements are easy. Maybe not right now, but eventually that's the way the future is going to be. So that's something we should understand and see what RBI has said. Also, there's one of the nice points that they have made is about how cost effective it is if you were running it on a government level. That's in your paragraph 7, where they have said that if you start using your country's cryptocurrency or RBI generated crypto to use for people, we will save a significant value in terms of printing the paper money that we have today. Because just after the demonetization, I think in terms of dollars, they spent like equivalent to $90 million. That's a lot of money. It goes in thousands of crores, which is a good value for printing all this paper and the ink and everything that costs. So this is a great point. I think they have said it very clearly that there's a cost effectiveness in terms of using a digital currency for Indian domain. Any cryptocurrency that you start becomes automatically global, but there are some challenges and some understanding before you start your own crypto in terms of an Indian crypto. But I think that should be one of the good reasons why we can have cryptocurrency on mainstream. So we have a question here. I think Remittance cross-border payments will faster and cheaper with crypto. Yes, you're 100% right there. Remittance and cross-border payments will have faster and cheaper, settlements. It's going to be eventually very useful. I think this is a good step today that we have received so much, in detail about cryptocurrency from RBI. Hoping like in future we will soon have some more developments and probably some, kind of currencies also. Indian currency also been introduced, and we can like try and test and learn from these. I guess many other countries are actually looking forward to having their own currency, and if we are the first ones, a pioneer to try that, we will have a lot of countries following us and understanding from our experience on how it all went through. So this is what we think about our annual report from RBI about cryptocurrency. You guys have any questions or any comments on it, and leave the comments below the video, and we are happy to answer them, and understand how the Indian public would like to pursue what RBI has said about cryptocurrencies. Well, thank you very much.